your workload? What were those conversations like with them?
Pretty simple, pretty quick, I guess. It wasn't, we didn't have any really deep talk about anything. It was more so, just him telling me there'll be a little more added to my plate, which obviously I'm more than willing to handle. I think it's a good opportunity for me and the other running backs to have to step up too, and kind of not having a guy next to me, like Chez. I'm gonna have to be more of a leader, kind of step up in that way too. Obviously he was the senior in the room, the oldest guy, so he was kind of the heartbeat of our room. So not having him, I got to step more into that role. Not that I wasn't before, but just having to do more of that now.
You've talked about how close you two guys are. Obviously, we're not going to get a chance to talk to him. What have you tried to talk to him about, be there for him, knowing that he's got another long road before he can play another game again?
Yeah, just like you said, just trying to be there for him as best I can. I mean, obviously, he's going through a tough time, so it's I don't want to be too overbearing with anything. Just reaching out here and there, seeing how he's doing, and he's in great spirits right now.
Is there any? I mean, I saw him he came out on crutches and was heading out to the parking lot. Do you have to do anything to give him a hand, or just getting around or anything, or not? No.
How do you think the guys in the running back room, especially, are kind of recovering from something like that? I know in the moment right after the game, it was probably still a shocking process, but at this point, how are you guys trying to move on? You're going to have to carry on with that one field.
I mean, same way we would move on, regardless if he was here or not. Jackson, Cade, Grove, all they're next in line. So I think in terms of preparation, they're probably taking it a step further than what they have. But I mean, more so for myself, it's the same. But like I said, just they know that they're next in line and they're putting the game they have to execute.
What do you think Jackson and Cade in particular can add should they earn some opportunities now?
I think both players are obviously very, very talented, and you got to throw Grover in that mix too. I mean, he's really kind of made a case for himself to play. So I think all those guys, like I said, very talented and can provide a lot of production for us.
Trying to replace what Chez has done, how much of it is the balance of not trying to overdo it or trying to push too much, not being comfortable, and then but also trying to do more to pick up the slack in that regard?
You say for myself?
Yeah, for yourself, or even just for Jackson and for Kate too.
I don't think it's definitely my mindset's not trying to cover for what we're losing in Chez. I think I just have to play my game. I think that'll be all we need, all I need to do. And obviously, like I said before, I have a little bit more on my plate, which is perfectly good with me. Like I said, just playing my game to the best of my ability. In terms of Cade, Jackson, and Grove, when they get in the game, not trying to do what Chez does, but do what they do. Play their game too, and that'll be enough.
Chez going down in the past has had negative consequences on you, specifically in November when you're trying to play injured and hurt. Have you adjusted anything, this time around to make sure in November you could be playing your best ball if you can have to end up in the meltdown game?
I mean, there's only so much you can do. Football obviously is going to wear down on you, but I think it's just the training over the off season. This is whether we thought it or not. Me and Chez we're both preparing to if either of us were put in a situation where we kind of had to take over, we were going to be ready for it physically. So I think that's just the training. Coach Brady and his staff, what they did with us in the off season throughout the summer, has me prepared.
What specifically was maybe different about the training that prepares you more for that this time?
I think it was just the mentality of pushing through whatever, kind of the toughness that they try to instill throughout the workouts and practice. Fall camp, that was a big emphasis too. No matter how your body's feeling, just always going. I think that's something that just has to carry through.
You kind of going off that, how does the body feel after the bye, and did you get a chance to maybe take a break from football?
We got a little bit of a break, a couple days, but it was enough just to reset your mind. And when we were back in the facility, felt rejuvenated and ready to go. So body feels good right now. So it was nice to have a little time off.
What's your biggest takeaway from the first 4 games as a team and for yourself as well?
It's got to be our toughness. Just regardless of how the game's going. Whether we start slow, start fast like we did at Purdue. Just kind of keep my foot on the gas regardless of the situation. Always finishing strong.
What are kind of the ups and downs of having such an early bye week, and how do you change anything preparation-wise, understanding now you got a long road ahead without a bye week or anything like that?
Yeah, it's kind of I felt like this bye week came at a pretty good time. Obviously, it's a little early, so we got a long road ahead, but I don't think anything preparation-wise really changes. Just trying to do more to keep my body healthy, as much as I can do. But other than that, I think it's the same going forward.
I know we've seen Jackson work in. I think the Purdue game, there's a 2-back backfield where he got a pass out of the backfield. But just what can he, how has he improved from what you've seen in years past, but also how can he be utilized within this revamped offense?
I think the same as all the running backs I use. I mean, he's not really any different than me or Chez. I think the skill sets are the same, and I think he'll be great regardless of what they ask him to do. I think he's grown in every way. I mean, his pass protection has been very good. He has the ball well, and obviously he runs the ball well too. So he's definitely grown in every way. So.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.